When I cry to the Lord, He hears my voice and saves me from the foes who threaten me. Unload your burden onto the Lord, and He will support you. Good morning again, and congratulations! You've made it to the second day of Lent. No, fasting and abstinence from Ash Wednesday didn't kill you, but those sacrifices, those laws, do this, do that. Sometimes it makes us feel choked, right? Like we're boxed, can't do anything, being punished. Others are doing it. They're having fun. They look okay. Why can't I do it? A lot of times we ask ourselves that. It feels like God is punishing us. It feels like God doesn't want us to have fun. But our first reading from Deuteronomy tells a different story. No? Let's try to read it. Now, in one of the readings, it says, "See, I have set before you this day life and good, death and evil." No? And it also says, "I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life that you and your descendants may live." You know, the law, is something that we can see as a blessing or as a curse. And I can tell you right now, the faithful ones during the time of Moses, they saw it as a blessing. What? Don't do this, don't do that. It's a blessing. No, but they saw it as a blessing because for the longest time they didn't know what to do. How could we reach God? How can we receive salvation? That's something that they've always wanted to know, and they didn't know how. And they were asking God, and this was God's reply: the commandments. And they saw it as a blessing because of that. But the problem is, you will feel left out if you have not tasted the delights of God. If you have not made that relationship with Him, if you have not made Him the number one, if vices, if the world, sin is the number one for you, then you will miss out on the blessings that God has been giving us through the guidance of the commandments, through the church. It's like the dog, who couldn't let go of the bone, and so misses out on the meat that was being given him. Jesus reminds us in today's gospel, "If any man would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake, he will save it." Like I said, we are like the dog who can't let go of the bone for the meat. God is giving us something more than what our lives can give, meaningful life. But if we fail, to recognize that, if we continue to put others first, then we will definitely miss it. The saints, they all died, not letting go of this. The saints wouldn't compromise God even to death, and we're all called to be saints. As Mother Angelica would say, don't miss that opportunity. Let me end this reflection by reading the psalm for today. It's quite reflective of what we're talking about. "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff which the wind drives away. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish." Blessed is he who follows God and The one who follows God is like a tree living in a stream. Picture that, as you reflect for the rest of the day. Are you happy receiving just scraps that the world is offering? Or are you willing to choose the blessing, however hard it may be at the start? Sacrifices, do this, do that. Are you going to see those as blessing and receive life, or continue with the scraps of life?